Hey, Hannah here. I picked up this basset dresser set for $50 on Facebook Marketplace. I mean, sometimes I pay for furniture, right? My honey bear was willing to help while I was working on the server in the basement that I posted last week that I whitewashed. So I just got a little bit of footage of him on Friday evening, just taking the dresser apart, and I was going to take the handles with me because I plan on reusing them. They were in excellent condition. The dresser was in excellent condition. Um, I did quickly find out that it wasn't solid wood on the dresser, and I cautioned my honey bear to be safe with it and not go around the edges and not push too hard because he's used to sanding solid wood, and sanding furniture is a little bit different. So I took the handles downstairs, the knobs, and cleaned them off, and I wanted them to be black so that with the other project I was ready to spray them. I usually spray it and then leave the area because it is a strong smell. I tested the drawers out and I saw that they were solid wood on the drawers, which was really nice. Sometimes when you don't see dovetails, you get a little nervous and wonder if it's a quality drawer. But the drawer is still nice. It's just not vintage or old or anything like that. Well, some sad things happened. Mike sanded deep, and he also left stripper on there and just left it on there for hours. So I had to come outside and scrub them down really well, and then the next day I scrubbed them down again, and I just took over the project at this point. My plan is to paint them. I originally was going to strip them bare and kind of whitewash them, but now I have to go to my old standby and do my paint. So one of the drawers just needed a slight repair, and the base and the actual drawers were in such excellent condition, I just cannot paint them. Like, they were solid wood, so I just wanted to just completely strip them and at least have the base be plain and the drawers be plain. So that is my goal at this time. There was a bit of grooves and stuff and curves, and I used up a lot of sandpaper between my 3 projects. Just trying to, this is just a sped up version of it because it's a lot of work, but I saw how beautiful the wood was and I knew that I had to get it out. I had to show it. And so the drawers, I got a few done because it's like 5 on the dresser and 2 on the nightstand. I did the nightstand ones, and then I decided to it's hard to kind of hold it steady and sand, but it was just much better if I can get as much as I can off with the power sander and then do a little bit of hand sanding. But I was determined to finish it. And hopefully you like what you see so far and you're subscribed to my channel. Thank you. I took a break from sanding, which is something I never do. I always just sand everything before moving on. But I just was sanding so much and so much to do. I just decided to stop sanding and work on the first coat of paint for these pieces. And I'll tell you why I did that. I did that because, well, the pieces need time to dry, and the sanding was going to take a really long time, and so I really needed to get started on these bases, the dresser and the nightstand, so that I can have 2 coats on it and have the dresser and nightstand be ready by the time I'm ready to put like the top coat on there. And also, I don't like to keep my pieces outside. I didn't know if rain was coming or not, and so I think it's best to like get the paint started on there, and then I'll bring it inside and leave the drawers on the outside. And so I'm using Shabby Chic, and black licorice. And I really fell in love with this particular color, and I think it goes on real nice. It's a little runnier than some paints you probably used to. Usually chalk paint is a little bit thicker, but this is not. But I just love how it looks. Everything just looks so super, super black and perfect. And yes, I know I'm obsessed with black, but people buy black. And the top, I couldn't save it. Too many issues. Very yellowish. If someone thinks I could have saved it, please tell me how. But you can see he went too deep in certain sections, and other sections was really yellow. And so black fixes everything. I really like how it's so easy to roll with this roller. Like most of it was sort of flat, just a few grooves, and I was able to just kind of put it on, and it looks so smooth and so good. And this is just one coat. I didn't do anything for it on Sunday. Like I said, I had projects on projects I was doing. So I was in the basement working on a project I posted the week before and the week before that. So now I finally got these inside, which they were inside yesterday. I just didn't work on them. But it's a holiday. I just want to take advantage of getting this done, having the whole day to work on it. And now I'm just doing the same process I did when I first put the first coat on here. I am being very careful because I don't like working in my living room. I seem to just have multiple projects sometimes and not be on the porch. I still got the drawers on the porch because they still need sanding, but I just want to get as much done as possible so that I could have almost everything done today. So now I'm back to these drawers. I have about 4 left, or 3.5. So I said, let me just get it done. Now, the problem is that I'm running out of sandpaper, and I'm so salty about that because there's no way I'll be able to get this done today without the sandpaper. So I'm using the last of what I have, but these little beat up looking. So I'm off to Lowe's to get more sandpaper. And I kind of went crazy. I wanted 100 and I wanted 150 and regular sand, something I can sand with my hands. And so I'm trying to beat daylight, and it's getting dark, as you can see. I turn on the porch light because I know darkness is coming. I have a damp cloth because I got it all done. I spared you for more footage of that. Who wants to see more of me sanding? So I actually got everything cleaned off, and now I'm just wiping off the dust. And once I get the dust off and it's damp, it's outside and the wind is, giving a little bit of wind. So it's going to dry faster than normal. And then I'm going to go and mix something for the stain to put on there. And see, they are dry and it's dark, but nothing stopped me. I was not impressed with that penny looking color. And I got scared. It looked like it wasn't even like semi-permanent, semi-transparent, but I pushed on. I actually did 2 of these, and then the second one looked different from the first one, but I spared y'all of all that footage. It looks a mess. And so I cleaned it up and I put driftwood on there, which is a pretty safe bet to use driftwood. It just has this really just almost natural but non-gold, non-orangey look. It just keeps it really simple. It looks kind of rust looking when you first put it on, really rusty. And so I do notice that some of the drawers look different, the base looks different, and because it's all like different wood used. And they do that a lot when they make drawers, make dressers and different things. They'll use different wood and then just give it this stain to cover up the whole thing, or paint the whole thing. And so even though the colors are a little bit different, I'm still kind of enjoying how it's looking. And when I put on stain, a lot of times I'm using a chip brush, because a chip brush, it's a throwaway brush. It's really simple, and you can just kind of just rub it in, and then you need like a rag to kind of just wipe it off. And so I don't worry about pieces of the chip brush getting on there, because I essentially just use it just to rub everything in and then take everything off. Now, I did skip another day because I was exhausted from working so much. I literally was working straight on through. And so instead of Tuesday, Wednesday, I came home and put the top coat on this piece. The plan is to let it sit, and then tomorrow I can stage it and get it all ready. I switched over to my chip brush because the chip brush kind of can rub it in without rubbing it too hard and get the product on there. I am using 1 coat poly. It's like supposed to be stronger and not necessary that you need to add multiple coats. This is after the 1 coat. It does look a little thick. I use the fan to kind of dry some of it off a little bit quicker, and I'm using some of this gilding wax to kind of it's really called Rub and Buff, but the same effect, where you just kind of just give the handles a nicer look. Kind of looks a little aged, or just not such a harsh black. I got black and brown going on upstairs. I thought it'd be nice to have black and brown on the handles, so the dresser and the handles can kind of look blended. Okay, if you can remember the before with how it looked. And this is the after. How unique the stain is on each drawer piece. And even though I couldn't get the whitewash look, I still think it came out pretty good.